Doo-loo. Down, now, now. Doo-loo.
You're going down. This is your last day, brother boy. Hello there, we're Two Fools Walking. I hope you enjoyed that funny intro because we enjoyed making it. I think past me actually, he already says that. Finn, why don't you give them a show around where we are?
So we are on day 34 of our through hike. We're walking into a little town called Sapel, just near the end of the hike actually, and we thought we'd give you a little review, show you how the Inov8 Roclites have held up to the terrain.
So I'll let past me give you a review of the old shoes now, which were our boots. Hope you enjoyed the introduction because we had fun making it.
Yeah,
although
we're a bit hot from doing it.
Yes, let's talk about the boots because we will probably do the proper review of the shoes in the future. So these are the Salomon Quest Gore-Tex 3D supersonic shoes.
4D something.
4D, maybe they're even 4-dimensional. What do we think of them? So words, I put 1,500 miles on this pair. 1,500 kilometers on this pair.
I put about 1,000 kilometers on this pair.
I put about 150 miles, sorry for the messed up units, on these running shoes. These are the Inov8 Roclite 315s?
305s.
305s? 3 something or others.
I've put probably about 100 kilometers on these over the last month. Same shoes as those.
So, my Salomon Quest shoes, I was in love with them after I had done the Pennine Way. I thought they were the bee's knees. They held out the water for the whole 2 weeks. They were brilliant. I really liked them, recommended to Finn. Finn got them. Then we took them to the Pyrenees, and after only 40-something days of non-stop walking in the mountains. In fact, these are...
They look trashed. These are mine, those are yours.
Okay, so let's get some close-ups of how smashed these things are. So they've completely separated away here. There's a hole in them. The actual soles themselves, there's a hole here. Bits of the sole have started falling off. The sole's falling off there. There was, oh yeah, this bit here, the sole's peeling away. But internally, sound, they were comfortable. I had to make some modifications to the lacing. So these laces here, the toe box is too small in these shoes, so I ended up removing the 3 laces at the bottom to try and let my toes spread out a bit more, but I don't think I did that soon enough, and all that tension and having big, wide toe feet area sort of split all of this shoe open.
So for me, my shoes held up significantly better, although you can see they're starting to break away. I feel like another 500 kilometers on these and they'd probably be just as broken as Connor's. I thought the shoes, for me at least, ended up getting quite a lot of water in them, even though they're supposedly Gore-Tex, and then all that would happen is they'd get wet when it rained and then take 3 days to dry, which for me was quite a big problem, and I got quite a few blisters because of that.
So they're not really very waterproof, and they break, in my opinion, far too quickly. I think 1,500 kilometers for shoes.
Especially expensive boots.
Like, these are like £140, I think I paid for them. But yeah, the durability wasn't what I was expecting. I was expecting many years of wear.
Yeah, I thought like these would be my last pair of boots.
And they're shagged, basically. What do I like? The lacing system is fantastic.
Especially
They've got
with
these.
The grip lacer.
You can have 2 different tensions, so you can have a different tension on the top and bottom. Which is really, really nice. It means that you can have quite a loose bottom and a tight top, or vice versa. I quite liked having a tighter top and a looser bottom. But after much thinking, we decided that we were going to scrap these, or not buy any more boots. We could have bought some new boots, some leather boots, maybe something a bit more durable. We decided we were going to give trail runners a go because the internet is raving about trail runners. We wanted to try them on proper mountain trails, see what we thought of them, and adapt to the wet, dry lifestyle. Like we wanted to get our feet wet and then dry out. While with these things, once they're wet, yeah, it can take days for them to dry. So the truth is, it doesn't matter how waterproof your shoe is. Water comes in the top.
Especially because we wear little lycra shorts and not like
water just run down your leg when it's
anything.
raining, and 2 hours in the rain, these things get soaking wet.
That's where these come in.
So when I first got these, I thought they were phenomenal. My feet were really comfortable in them, no blisters. I did loads of running in them. I probably did about 100 miles of running and 50 miles of walking in them. I got them in November. But then they started to deteriorate really quickly. So I'll try and get this on the camera, but can you see in the back of that hole there, shoe there, the back of the heel has properly worn away. These are fairly new shoes in my opinion. That has completely worn away at the back of that heel. Additionally, these mesh fronts, which are very breathable and they do dry super quickly, but I wore a hole all the way through this shoe. My pinky toe was sticking out, and this one almost wore all the way through. So this is their second repair with some Evo stick and some fabric. And I'm sort of expecting them to be trashed by the end of the walk.
So I've been interrailing for the last month and doing quite a lot of walking exclusively in these shoes in quite hot conditions and on concrete and roads, and I personally think have held up very well. They look pretty much new. I got these in March and probably haven't done quite as many miles as Connor, but I've actually got quite high hopes for them, and I think they're going to hold out surprisingly well in the mountains. So we'll see, I suppose, in a few weeks' time. But
so yeah, this is the initial baseline. We'll give you our opinions in a few seconds for you. We'll go and put these shoes really through their paces.
Put 500-600 kilometers on them
and see what we feel about them. But so far, I'm looking forward to trying them, but I'm not expecting them to be looking very good. I'm expecting them to be trashed halfway through the walk. They can't really hold up much worse than these. Really, the key, if they get trashed and I don't have any blisters, I'll be happy.
Brilliant.
If I have blisters and they get trashed, we'll see.
Yeah. Thank you.
So here's a quick close-up of the wear in the backside of the heel. Here is some images of my rubbishy repair. Then we will go to the boots, so a close-up of this which has been totally peeled open. Try and find some more damage. This which has come off completely, and this bit of sole here also come off completely. Okie dokie, thank you, Past Connor. So, we will go over these in the fashion of our intro music, which is the good, the bad, and the ugly. So this is my pair of Inov8 Roclite 305s. That's definitely the number that they are. The good. So the good about these shoes, they're incredibly comfortable. Actually wearing them, they're really, really soft. The webbings attachment works really, really well. They really, really stick onto your feet. I've never had really any movement. And the flex of the shoe is fantastic. It's got really great flex. Good ground feel for something that had that much tread on it. So they're all my good points about the shoe. Also, I've had, in all this time, absolutely no blisters whatsoever. I've really, really, really enjoyed the running shoe life of just letting my feet get wet. They dry out during the afternoon when you're actually wearing them, which is pretty phenomenal. They dry out overnight in your tent, even if it's like a cold night, which is also fantastic. And just all in there, super comfortable, no blisters. Lots of nice things to say about them there. The bad. Let's talk about the bad. The bad of these shoes is their durability. So if you bring the camera up, then we'll just walk through the damage that this shoe has gone through. So I believe it used to have plasters on it earlier. So the plasters tore off on like day 2. You can see this mesh has got, so this one has got a complete tear in the mesh along the seam line. Hasn't worn through the inner layer. This side has opened up. This shoe is even worse, so it's gone all the way through. You can see my finger poking out there, and it's just starting to go up here. I think this is because my feet are really quite wide, and these shoes do not have a wide enough toe box whatsoever. The toe box is a little bit narrow in these shoes, so that's another bad point. Continuing on, let's pause the video for a minute. So yeah, I think a lot of this toe explosion has been caused by the feet going wide. If you come up and have a look at Finley's shoes, so Finley's shoes I think are a slightly newer model, and they continued this rubber section all the way along here, while on my shoes that rubber section used to sort of curve down here, so this, where they've broken, is not rubber. So maybe a combination of Finley having slightly narrower feet and that rubber has stopped Finley's from breaking in just that way. Also, the heel durability on these has been terrible. So basically all of this
just get right in there with
is
that.
completely gone. So there used to be like an outer layer, a whole layer of foam came out and a back layer of stuff, and it's just been left going onto the absolute back. And if I show you the other one, you can get a better sense of those layers. Can you see right in there, Finn?
Get the light in there for me. Focus. Oh yeah, we got that.
So that's all super worn as well. So that's not been great. Really trying to accentuate here because I don't think we got it quite in the video, but there you go. You can see total lack of everything in the back of that shoe. Just briefly going back to the good, the soles on these shoes are really great, thick soles. They don't have a horrible big arch support, which I don't like, and they're just very thick and comfortable, and they're easy to put in and out. I take them out each night to dry. But yeah, overall durability's been a bit better on Finn's.
Yeah, my heels still have got some small holes developing, but there's nothing major there at all yet.
So now we'll talk about the ugly. So the ugly on these shoes would really have to be the grip. So previously with my old boots, I never even thought about grip. The grip was just phenomenal. It gripped all the time. With these boots, I think that the grip is actually really poor compared to them. So, you know, if you get like a slightly wet rock, you slip on it. If you get a wet tree root, you slip on it. The grip on dry rocks is fairly good, but as soon as you get like a little bit of water or a little bit of mud on a surface which is not very grippy, so a root or a rock, you lose the grip. And like several times on this hike I've slid over because I've gone onto something and just slipped. And not only is the grip started terribly, the grip has, look, come and have a look at how badly this grip has deteriorated. So the grip on these things used to be these massive chevrons, but these have all completely worn off at the toe. So, you know, that's my main grip point when I push off. So that's all completely gone. And the heel, which used to have these massive studs on it, in this corner of the heel has totally flattened out. So the durability and grip of the sole is garbage. Couple of things I forgot to say. The lacing on these is really good. This spider webbing thing works. However, I don't know whether this is functional or just aesthetic, but these bits are like really started to peel off. Did you see that there, or did it go out of focus? Come on, focus on me. There we go. So they're all peeling off. And also at the toe here, this rubber is also peeling off. So closing thoughts. I love the shoe life. They're light, they dry easily, your feet get wet and dry, and that's all great. So I'm definitely going to stick with trail runners, but there's pretty much no chance that I'll go back with Inov8s. Like, there was so much great about them, but really the slip is just too much of a problem. It's too dangerous. So, and the durability on the sole. So I know they do like a graphene enhanced rubber, but I think I'm going to go try a different company that sells a slightly wider toe box and really either uses Vibram soles or like really has some great soles development.